Hey guys, in this video we're going to be talking about, is college worth it? And it depends on 2 points. Number one, if you're able to go to college and graduate being debt free. And number two, if you actually pick a major that's going to get you a high paying job by the time you graduate. Okay, and we're going to talk about how that's actually possible. All right, now, reason why I say it's important to graduate without any student loans and be debt free is because the average student loan debt is approximately $30,000, and it takes approximately 20 years to pay off student loan debt. So the average person is about 45 years old by the time they end up paying off all of their student loan debt. And one of the main reasons why it takes so long is because interest adds up. And the average interest rate on student loans is about 5%. And so if you can pay that off while you're in college and graduate with no debt at all, that will put you in a really, really good situation, guys. And how do you actually do that? Well, for starters, the first point would be, if you are academically or athletically talented, then try and look for schools that would offer scholarships that would pay for either all of your tuition, if not for most of it. Okay, and if you don't fit either one of those categories, that's okay. You could still go to college without having any debt. And the way to do that is, your first 2 years of college are going to be general ed courses. It does not matter where you go. And for that reason, I suggest going to community college. Reason is that for these general education courses, where it doesn't matter where you go, you might as well go to your local community college and pay a fraction of the cost of what you would pay in a university for the same exact classes. It's just common sense, guys. Then, after you complete your general education courses in the first 2 years at a community college, then the goal is to transfer to a university. Then, you want to look for the cheapest university possible, and most likely it's going to be a state university. Obviously, it has to be accredited university. And if it's a state university, then you don't have to worry about any accreditation. Okay. Then the next thing to focus on, guys, is living at home, going to a school that's near your parents' house, so you don't have to worry about paying for room and boarding, for food while you're living on campus. That's a huge saver right there. And then the other thing is, guys, while you're going to school, it's important to work and pay for your tuition. Okay, the best case scenario is you get a job in the field in which you are studying, even if it's a basic level sort of job. So for example, if you're studying tech like computer science or IT or anything like that, start off with a help desk job. And then while you're in that company, you're going to be networking, you're going to be growing. And if your employer knows that you're majoring in that field of study, you're more likely while you're studying to be able to move up even before you graduate. And then the goal is, by the time you graduate, you can likely get a job in the field in which that you actually studied and get a good paying position, right? And then the other thing is, if you can't seem to find a job that's related to the field of your study, that's okay. Work, commission type jobs, sales type jobs if you're really good at sales. Okay. The other thing is, look for companies that actually help with tuition. So places like UPS and Starbucks and many other companies offer to pay for your college tuition. Not all of it, but they pay a decent amount, depending on where you go. Back when I was in college, they would pay up to at least $5,000. I think it was per year. Don't quote me on that. That might have changed. It could be more, depending on which company you're actually working for. Okay, so all of these things, if you use these tips to be able to graduate debt free, you would be in a great position. Think about it, guys. majority of students come out of college with a ton of student loan debts. If you're in a situation where you come out of college and you have zero student loan debts, that gives you an edge. That puts you ahead of everyone else. Reason being is that you can take calculated risks and move around to different jobs. If you're miserable in one position, you can move to another. If you want to take a jump in your career and move to a higher level position, you can do that without worrying about, I don't want to take the risk to move to another job because I have this student loan debt that I have to pay off. So I'd rather stay in the position where I'm at, where I'm safe, because I have to pay off my debt. You don't have to worry about that type of stuff. And that interest is a killer, guys. 5% interest is the average, depending on what kind of loan you're taking. If you're taking certain private loans, it can even get higher. Over the course of 20 years, which is the average span it takes to pay off student loan debt, that interest can really add up and just pile up and really work against you. So that's why it's important to be disciplined, and to minimize, and best case scenario, eliminate your student loan debt before you even graduate. So that's all I have for this video, guys. If you find these tips helpful and valuable, go ahead and hit the like button and go ahead and comment and let me know that you find it useful, so I can continue making more videos like this where you can either save money and how you can actually make money. And I'll continue dropping more nuggets like this, guys. Until the next video, peace.